Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to our YouTube live channel, Trending Thursday. My name is Glenn Tompkins, Senior Instructor here at VectorVest. My pleasure to be here. Glad to have you here. You've now all been dubbed VV Nation. Hashtag that. Hashtag VV Nation. You are now all known as VV Nation. So let's see if we can get that circulating on the internet. Hashtag VV Nation, and that's what you are. Once again, my name is Glenn Tompkins. My pleasure to be here. And for those of you who may be new, what is Trending Thursday? Trending Thursday is a way that I look at news all throughout the week and utilize the stocks and the news that occur, and we use the power of the VectorVest software to corroborate the stories. Are they good stories? Are the stocks good stocks? Are these stocks that you should be looking at or getting out of? All right, so there'll be some analysis. Today I'm going to expose a little bit more of the power behind the VectorVest software and how I use it to come up with some of the stories that I do. All right, so I know that gold is on everybody's mind, but I'm going to show you a way that you can find out what's really moving in that space. And I think many of you might be surprised at what you may find out today. So make sure you stay all the way through for that. All right, we always start off with what's going on in the from a market timing perspective. We time the market, yes we do. Now when I say we time the market, we don't predict which way the market is going to go. We follow the trend of the market. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by going to our home page, and from the home page, this is where we start to look at what's going on in the market. And VectorVest has some very pertinent tools to help to keep you on top of what's going on in the market. First off, I'm going to look at all of our major indices. All of the major indices are up today in excess of 1%. So the market's got a nice up day. The biggest mover in the market looks to be the NASDAQ, up at 1.57%, but even our actually the VectorVest composite is moving up faster. It's up 1.58%. For those of you who are new, the VectorVest composite is an indexed arithmetic average of all of the stocks that we track. And currently we track 8,172 stocks. So look at it this way. All of those stocks that I just showed you are all tracked in one indicator known as the VVC or VectorVest composite. We feel that it is a better representation of the broad market movement. I can look and see all of the major indices are up. I can look and see on our color guard, we're in the yellow. The color guard tracks 3 of our market timing indicators. That's what we're missing, Joey. We're missing the color guard, bro. I wonder if I go to my other screen. I'm missing the color guard. We never had it? No, I guess we never had it. Anyway, all right. Well, anyway, huh? This? Yeah, no, I was looking for the 6-day one. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we need to add it. All right. But our color guard, which is our nightly or daily look into the market, is yellow. All right. The VectorVest does not advocate buying stocks at this time, even though the market is up today. But I'm going to explain to you why we are advocating caution at this time. So from this perspective of looking at what's going on in the market, right now I'm going to say if you buy, you do so cautiously. If you buy, you do so cautiously. I'm not going to tell you it's probably the time to sell anything right now, still not yet. And as we get into our market timing graph, I'll give a better explanation of why I wouldn't be selling anything just quite yet. Now, as we look at what's going on, well, what news is bringing us to the conclusion of where we are? And now I'm going to start off with market news. Let's start with the first news I've got from the Wall Street Journal, which looks at, where is it? There it is. U.S. March trade deficit widened as coronavirus disruption spread. So we all know we're in a pandemic. The pandemic is not only affecting economies, but it's affecting the market. So the March trade deficit got bigger as the coronavirus disruption spread. What else? U.S. factory orders fell sharply in March. So I'm looking at these first two stories, and you're probably saying to yourself, well, then why is the market moving up? I want to let you know that this is a different market than what we've ever seen before. I don't know how many of you ever lived through a pandemic before. The last one was the Spanish flu. I don't remember when it was. It was way before I was born. So I'm thinking that the majority of us that are in this room, unless you were born way back then, this is your first pandemic you're living through. Well, I think that we're treading in uncertain waters. So a lot of the things that we think should happen, factory orders are down, the trade deficit widens. Why is the market moving up? I don't think that we have what we would call a normal market right now, and this is a reflection of it. Let's go one more story. Stimulus spending emerges as friction point in Congress. After acting swiftly to approve a $3.5 trillion budget, lawmakers disagree on how much more, you see that word? On how much more is needed. At some point in time, and you gotta, at some point in time, you gotta say enough is enough, right? I don't know where we get all of this money that we put into the economy. Oh, I do know. Joey, you know where we get it from? It's called the printing press. We can print almost as much money as we want and just keep spending it. That's me being very cynical. That's me but I don't know how far from the truth I really am when I think about it from that perspective. All right, so we got the stimulus out there, the trade deficit. We've got factory orders. There's a lot of bad news that is out there in the market, but the market is still rising. Let's talk about that a little bit. Let's get back into the software. We'll get back into the software, and I'm going to go to our graph. What did I do? Did I break the graph again? Here's our market timing graph. All right, from the market timing graph, this is that VectorVest composite. All right, here's that VectorVest composite. Back in when the coronavirus first hit as a pandemic, we got our customers out of the market. If you are a subscriber and you go back to the views back on February 24th, we started getting our customers out of the market prior to the big downplay in the market. Look at this market. All right, coming off of the March 23rd low, you heard me say that I wouldn't be shorting anything right now. Look at this market. Look at the trend line in the market. Make that line a little darker. How many of you, and I'm probably not going to see that because Joey took my chat away. Bad Joey. Market's still moving up. Until we can break through this trend line to the downside, I'm not comfortable pulling the trigger on anything short just quite yet. Market is still moving higher overall. Now, are we in an uptrend from the low? The answer to that is no, because a definition of an uptrend is higher highs and higher lows. We're trending higher, but we're not hitting new highs as of right now. So we're trending higher, but we're not in an uptrend. Let's go add another, that was the VVC. Let's go add the spiders for many of those who are not subscribers to the software. All right, let's go look at the broad market that many people use. And what is that? The S&P 500. All right, let's go take off all of my drawings. Here's my S&P 500. I've got a 20-day exponential moving average. Where's price? Above the 20-day exponential moving average. What else is price doing? Price is moving sideways. I've got a level of resistance sitting at about 294.92 on the S&P 500. So that's another reason why, for those of you who don't have VectorVest, using the S&P as the broad market, it's not breaking below that 20-day exponential moving average. Now, why am I using the 20-day? It's a good middle-of-the-road moving average. Why am I using exponential? Because it's more, it adjusts to price a little quicker. Even when the market or the S&P fell down, where did it fall? Right to that level of the moving average and started moving up all over again. So putting that all into perspective, even with the bad news that's out there, I'm not ready to say that it's time to short anything just quite yet. Let the market come to you, all right? And for those of you who are trying to say, well, the market's gone down and I think it's got to go up, stop doing that. This is not a normal market, folks. This is a pandemic market. This is not a normal market. Let the market come to you. The S&P still above that 20-day exponential moving average. Looking at our market timing graph over the last 3 months, put it on the last 3 months. What's it doing? Still moving higher. Even on the pullbacks, this trend line is holding. Can I put the 20-day exponential moving average on it? Sure can. Let me make that line a little darker just so that you can see it. Here's the 20-day exponential moving average on the VectorVest composite. If I don't want to use the trend line, how about it serving as a good level of support as well? So Let the market come to you. Do not try to outguess what the market's going to do because you think you know. This is not the time where you think you know works. This is not a regular, normal market, and you've got to look at it that way. Any other questions, Joey?
How can they get the software?
How can you get this? Give them the link to take out a trial. Joey's going to type a link in the room. I believe it's a trial. Is it? Are we doing? It's
99 cents.
99 cents to take a trial for 30 days to the software. 99 cents. And while someone is asking about the software, if you are new here, please do not forget to subscribe to the VectorVest YouTube channel. Please do. If you like the content, support us and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Now, if you're new to the software or would like refresher information about the software, click on this Getting Started video right here. Thanks to all of your input, here's a YouTube video that we think would be perfect for you. Click right here. If nothing else, folks, just hit the subscribe button right here.